tell me about what's going on, y'all. Loco Fest is coming up.
It's back, baby.
Yeah.
We're back in East Mac with Loco Fest. 10 comedians out of 40 made it in. We got some upset people, some super happy people, and it's going to be a good time.
How's that process work?
It's I'm going to say it straight up. It's not ideal. It's a lot of a popularity contest, and we're trying to figure out ways to work around it.
So it's like they have to vet themselves, right? You're not saying, hey, go vote. It's up to them to market themselves.
Yes, it is 100% up to.
So they can't bitch if they don't get any votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they can. I promise.
Well, I mean, but that's not. Yeah, but that's not. I don't think that's a bad concept.
No, it's a weird situation, and hopefully by next year it's at a point where it's bigger to where we're doing multiple shows down here within a whole day, and then the competition's like the last thing of the day kind of thing. That's the end goal.
Like last man standing thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the guys that didn't make it. Well, that's cool, man. We got the show going at 4 p.m. So we're gonna have a show for you and some of the guys that didn't make it, and you all perform. And then also, I don't know. Sometimes people get tired of comedy, so I don't know if that's a successful thing either. But we're trying to figure it all out.
There's festivals for a reason.
How long would that run if you were to do that?
If we did an all-day thing, I'd like to have something realistically. I mean, if we could turn it into a multi-day thing, we're not going to be there by next year. But as of next year, probably from like 12 to 10 kind of thing. Just a 10-hour situation, like either
inject some music in between or
definitely
something.
music. Shit, if I would have known the weather would have been nice, we would have planned something for outdoors.
That's the bad thing about like
it's February
doing that, man. Yeah, it's a
because we were kind of talking some options
until March. You're kind of like, and even sometimes that's tricky, Yeah,
because we would have done some stuff outside with the band and all that, and the thing is, like, we can't promise it ain't gonna be 20 degrees in February. So, and now it's 75, and my big ass is sweating outside.
And next week it's gonna be highs in the 50s, dude. You don't know, like you don't know around here. That's just how it goes.
It's crazy, man. It's so frustrating, but yeah, hopefully, and we'll probably moving into the spring eventually.
We're thinking about it. Let's get a little bit better weather, so that way we can do an outdoor show or at least a larger show.
I don't even know why we picked February, but we picked that. I think the theater had a date open. We're like, we'll do it then. And
then there was no other big events during that month.
That's another thing. Nothing's going on around Valentine's, really.
It is a good time. It's a good time anywhere between like Christmas to Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
It's a great time. But you got to fuck with the weather, though. It just sucks.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, so the one thing we were worried about is like, all right, if we pick this date, it's the day after Valentine's. Perfect time for comedy because, first of all, really shitty husbands buy their wives tickets to comedy shows for Valentine's Day. But
I'm bringing my wife.
You should, man. Shitty husband. You got it. Hey, I'm forcing my wife to come. So.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Mark that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So it's one of those, like, people kind of blend in comedy with Valentine's Day because it's one of those things like, we've never gone to comedy. Let's do that on Valentine's Day. And the good thing is, go do your Valentine's Day shit on Friday, then you can come out Saturday. Or if you don't want to deal with that Valentine's shit, just come out Saturday and you can plan.
Yeah, go pregame, get you some dinner early somewhere, then come.
Yes, and like in all the restaurants down here, they've done 10% off for everyone that has a ticket. So it's like, this is a perfect time. Like, skip the bullshit of actual Valentine's. Don't go to shitty Carrabba's and eat overcooked pasta,
Wait for an hour to get a table.
Yeah, to get some really garbage food. You can come down here and eat really good food and go see a comedy show. So you can plan a Valentine's date the day after and not have to deal with all the garbage. So I figured that was kind of a good idea to like, let's just throw it over there, see if it works. I mean, if it don't work, it is what it is, but,
Well, so how many people did y'all have enter in for the whole gambit of trying to get qualified for this show?
I think it was 42 overall. A couple people a little bit too far. We had one guy from like Wyoming or something.
Oh yeah, we had North Carolina, Wyoming. We had Las Vegas.
That's cool.
I mean, it's cool, but it's not in the radius.
Yeah, we have that radius, so we can keep it kind of local. And this year we stretched it out to 250. We're trying to double up everything this year, including the prize money. But also we got some really good friends down in Lafayette that have a comedy place down there. So, like, they'd been doing shows with us. Like, I can't exclude y'all from something I'm doing kind of thing. So.
And they're still local.
Yeah, it's guys that people have seen here before.
Yeah.
And they perform here often.
Yeah, so.
Well, so you had 42 applicants, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, 42, something
yeah,
like that.
and then it gets drawn down to 10.
Yeah.
You just pick you just keep watching, I guess, however many people vote on them or whatever.
So we got a form set up, so whenever they voted, it tallies up, and then it gets sent to me at the end.
And you just
Then we just
Is
we
it
just
top
look at the
10?
number, and then
Make sure no one
We do
double
filter
voted.
through, so that way if anyone tries to use the same IP address or same email and
Yeah,
stuff like that, we
yeah,
filter
yeah.
that through
Yeah.
like crazy. So I mean, we had people do like
they
10,
were they were
20.
double dipping.
Oh yeah.
Was there anyone that qualified?
Yeah.
Wait, well,
This year and last year, we had comedians that did qualify.
Yeah.
That
all-
were double dipping.
Well, so and
They weren't. Someone was for them.
Yeah,
It's not their
there you
fault.
go.
It's not on you
There
guys.
you
Well,
It's
here's
not
the
on y'all.
thing. So one of the guys called me. He's like, "Hey, man, I got a buddy that just texted me. Said he's voted for me 20 times. Does that like disqualify me?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm not going to disqualify you for having good friends. Like that's just a good bro, man." And I was like, "It's when you go in and you have 20 different emails from the same IP and your name is spelled a different way." It's like you.
Someone last year do that.
We had last year and this year someone
Dude, they
did it.
must really think they're fucking funny,
Well,
man.
it sucks because one guy last year, super funny. I'm not going to say his name, obviously, but he would have made it in, except he voted for himself 50 times. And it's like, dude, look, I'm trying to do something cool for y'all. Let's just keep it chill and cool. And like, I can't see that and be like,
How long would it take? You're in
easy
this.
process.
You're in
That's
this.
what I said,
Yeah, but
A
you're
for effort on
But
that
you're
one.
in the industry too, like this
Yeah.
industry. Like, it takes a good while to set up a bunch of fucking fake emails.
you also got to
you don't
think.
have to set them up. That's the thing.
Oh,
You don't
type
have
them
to have
in.
a verification email.
Oh, you
Oh no,
have-
they got all verified. They were all accurate through the system. Those were all real emails. He created all
He
of
could.
those.
He'd done way better just texting 100 people.
Well, it'd be like
Well,
you
then what's
putting-
crazy is because Google
Yeah.
will limit how many you do from each IP
Yeah.
address. So he had to change
Yeah.
locations, but it still showed that he did it from the same phone. So he just changed Wi-Fi, and that's all he did. And I was just like, oh my god, so many
You
of
could
them.
just text some people and be like, "Hey, man. Oh
Yeah.
well, whatever."
It'd be like you putting your email as DJ Thomas 1, DJ Thomas 2.
Right.
And then you put
Exactly
your
how it
full name and stuff like that, and then like DEEJAY, and then now you're rolling like that. It's just, it's a lot of stuff like that. And I get it. They want to get in. I
Yeah.
understand. I mean, the
For
prize
effort.
money, shit, I wish I could take the prize money and that belt.
Yeah.
But like, it's just one of those things. I want to keep it fair for everybody. And honestly, dude, I'm super hype about the people we got this
Yeah.
year.
It's a
So let's
whole
talk
new
about
thing.
him. Who is it?
All right, first one we got Sean Lee. I will say I do not know him at all.
I know him really well.
Yeah, which
Okay.
everyone's going to think you just got him in, but he
Nah,
he was the number one on votes, and
Well,
even
like,
after
I've
we
been trying to
sorted
get
through-
him down here for a while. And
Where's he from?
He's from here. Well, he's from Baton Rouge originally, but then he went to Tech, played for the football team when they beat LSU that one year. The random 1 year.
Yeah.
He was on that
One
team.
year LSU sucked.
yeah, that one year.
And then I met him doing car sales at Chevrolet in like 2013.
Oh, okay.
And then we both went our separate ways. And next thing you know, he's in Dallas. And I didn't know he did comedy for the longest. And
Yeah,
then-
Joel's been trying to
I
get
mean,
him up here, and I'm
yeah.
like, hey, you leave it up to me to book him.
Yeah,
You
I
do
mean,
the other
that-
shit.
His part's book and mine's the marketing and the organizing. But
His clip was funny though.
it
so
was good.
If he's got 8 more minutes of shit like that, I mean, he's good to go.
And like
so.
I kept on telling him, like, man, we gotta get him in. And then I was like, shit, what if he doesn't even get the votes? And then
He
top
had-
three, top
he
four votes.
was
I was
100
like-
over most people.
Yeah,
so
I was like,
all right, like can't argue it. Let's bring him
There
in
you
then. Like, the next person we got, Michael Morgan. Neither of us know. He's a Longview guy, which I don't know why he hasn't made the trip, but obviously I'm not driving to Longview to do comedy either. So is my hair sticking out right now? Real
No,
quick?
you're good.
All
but
right,
you
cool.
drive to Tyler. Shit, Longview's closer. To
I don't
Tyler.
drive to
Oh,
Tyler.
you don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
You just
go
we
anywhere.
just y'all have some guys that go
Yes,
there.
they will drive.
Got you,
Yeah,
got you.
and it's gotten to a point with those guys. They're just they'll come if I book them because they're like, I'm just not driving to do an open mic.
Right.
Which I get. It's 2-hour drive, stuff
Right.
like that.
That's fair.
Like same thing with Sean Lee. His 2-minute submission was hilarious. So I think he'll be all right. I mean, I think these guys can hang with everybody. So Michael Morgan, Sean Lee. We'll see. The next guy, Garrett Nelson. If you hadn't seen this son of a bitch, bro.
Is he done one of y'all shows recently?
He did.
I wonder
He
if
did a
he's done-
theater.
He did the theater with I don't know if you were
opened
here
mic
for
with
that.
PJ.
He opened with PJ and Tyler Elliott.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
I don't know if you were there for that one.
I don't know if it was either. I don't think.
That was a really great show. But Garrett, here's what I love about Garrett. The only reason he hasn't been doing comedy for 5 years is because he just turned 21 6 months ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
The day he turned 21, like let's say it's like a Wednesday, Friday he was at Tiki Bar doing an open mic.
Nice.
Immediately.
Nice.
And you can tell he'd been writing jokes for a long time. And he wasn't just comfortable on stage. That's all he needed. He's like, I got the jokes. I just got to figure out how to do it. And he just got offered to open up for Ricky Smiley at a 7,000 seat theater.
That's cool.
Or
Hell yeah.
arena, yeah. Up
Hell
in
yeah.
and it was funny because we had him booked on a show that same day. He was like, "So what do you think?" And I was like, "Dude, fuck me, dude. Like, I can get you on something else another time. Like, go do that show." Garrett's great. Multiple people have said he's probably got this in the bag, but it sucks because if he wins that 45-minute special tape and he ain't got it, he's got like 10, 15. So it's like, well, we'll
what are you
figure
gonna
out
do? Yeah,
something for
figure that
you.
out.
Make it work.
Yeah, we'll film his stuff, but also he's not going to want to put out what he has because it's
Yeah.
like, all right, well, that's thrown
And
away.
he's
Now
fairly
what do I
new,
do?
too.
Yeah, so
Especially when you're starting off.
yeah, so we're just gonna get him like some headshots or something. Anyone that doesn't have the material, it's like we're just gonna
We'll let
help
them
you.
choose, I guess.
Yeah, like what do you want from us, man? I'll take you to Toys R Us or something like that.
They're closed.
Dustin Vance, this is a guy. These him and
I remember
Gary
him.
because he was at the Kill Tony show.
Yep.
Yes, hilarious. Hilarious.
Dustin Vance is a monster.
I need to get him on here. I was going to reach out to him. I think
Yeah.
it'd be cool to chat
I'll
with
tell him, man.
Yeah.
The only thing he lives in Monroe, so
Oh, that motherfucker's going to have to drive.
yeah. So, I mean, if you got a nighttime thing, he'll definitely
Yeah.
come do
Or
it.
just figure it out whenever he's in time for one of the shows. Like,
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
line it up or something.
Shit might be able to get him before Loco.
yeah,
They come do this.
during that day.
Dustin Vance, he's great. He's just as white trash as you want to be, man.
Yeah.
Like he just grew up just trailer trash, and his stuff's super funny. He's been doing it for like 5 years. He's an absolute killer. He's going to be headlining the theater sometime this year. So
Cool.
I think, yeah, him and Garrett are my two. I think they got this shit. We got Jamie Arnett, another new comedian. Jamie's really funny. He has that real deadpan delivery.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't love that. I adore that shit. It is my favorite. He's kind of like an Anthony Jeselnik type, just
Yeah,
not as
yeah.
jokey joke. He's like a gym teacher at an elementary school, and he just was like, "I'm gonna do comedy now." So I'm like, "All right, dope." Chuck Garner, the only one to return.
Okay.
We all know Chuck. Chuck's a realtor, ex-military, very funny comedian. Hopefully, he does better than last year.
That's
'cause,
interesting. Realtor
year-
and military.
Ex-military. I think he
Ex-military, yeah.
trains people how to fly B-52s.
Huh.
Every once in a while,
Is it simulator or is it the
it's a
actual?
simulator. Yeah. Every once in a while, he'll text the group chat with all the comics like, "Hey, I got an open spot. Anyone want to come ride in the simulator?" And like, so the comics are just going on base and riding in the simulator with them. Yeah, Chuck's great. Last year, he had because we had 7 minutes planned for everybody because we had 2 shows, and last year he did his first set and it was at 4 minutes. And I wasn't ready to go back out because I'm like, cool, I got 3 minutes, whatever. I'm walking around taking a shit or whatever I need to do. And I just hear, "Let's bring your host back." I was like, oh shit. So I run back and like as you're walking off, I was like, what happened? He goes, what? And I go, I'll get with you in a minute. And I brought up the next comedian. I was like, dude, you did 4 minutes. And he's like, I was worried, man. He just started panicking on stage because he was like 6 months in at the time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the next set he crushed. He was like, I'll plan it out better, slow down. And then so this year he made it back, which I didn't have a doubt he would. Like, he's got the biggest support system. He's definitely going to sell 30 of our tickets. Like, just people that love him and support him. So then we got Ken Robinson. Ken Robinson is the most hood rat dude you've ever met in your life. And if you've seen Ken Robinson, you've seen his teeth. He's got some chompers on him, dude.
No shit.
And he's very funny. He's also new to it. He's another guy that's opened up for big names. He opened up for DC Young Fly not too long ago in Little Rock.
Okay.
So I guess he saw his stuff and was like, yo, get him on this show if he'll drive up here. And Ken's super funny. I like him a lot. And shit, he's doing like a new 5 every week. So he's serious about that shit. We got James Carley. James, I love you. He's about 85 years old. He ain't really that old, but he's at least 7 foot tall. Just a nice dressed black man. He's been doing comedy forever. He's clean because he like does comedy at churches and stuff. So like he's always been clean. Doesn't say bullshit. He says that's some bull stuff, man.
So he's clean all the way through, even
all
at
the way
shows like
through
this.
and through.
Okay.
Yeah. His family that comes is gonna hate the show, but they're gonna love him.
I don't
Yeah.
know. This is a pretty. This is a whole new style of comedy we'll have at this show.
Dude, literally everyone's different.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
Like
about
just
that.
a good mix of everything.
Dude,
Yeah.
everything. You
And-
got like Ken Robinson. He's just hood as shit. And then you got who? Garrett, who's just boring as hell but hilarious. Sorry, Garrett.
It's dry humor.
Yeah, and so everyone's different. But James, he's super funny. He's been doing it for like 20 years. He didn't know there was an open mic in town. And then he heard about it. He's like, oh man, I'm going to go do some comedy. And he doesn't even use a microphone.
It's talks
just-
loud.
He is the loudest son of a bitch
Okay.
you've ever heard in your life. He's super funny though. T. Williams. What can I say about T? T's great. I love T. She's hosting Tiki this Friday, but T's a great joke writer, and most of her stuff's about being a mom and stuff like that. And it's fun shit. So she'll appeal to a lot of people with that. And then we got Clyde Williams. You've seen Clyde.
Yeah.
Clyde last year did not he submitted, and then 2 hours before voting was ended, he goes, "Hey, y'all go vote for me," and just put it out to the world. And of course, he got like 7 votes, whatever, because he didn't even try. And this year, he's like, "I'm going to try this year," and I would not be shocked if Clyde took it either, because he's been doing it for like 9 years.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's super funny, and like the thing about Clyde is, when he goes on stage, he's never like really prepared. He's just like, I'll just see what happens every single time. But this time he's like, I am zoning in on that 10 minutes. I'm going to make it perfect. So I won't be shocked if he ends up winning that overall.
Well, what made y'all come up with this layout? Because we've talked before just about shows coming up in comedy in general. But like, how did this come about?
Loca, I'll say it. For the last 5-6 years, Prize Fest has done a comedy competition. Every sector of Prize Fest has someone local included, and each team or whatever it is. And every single year, not a single local comedian has been picked.
Okay.
And it didn't seem fair.
Like how, when you say not local, like how far out not local? Like we're talking like 2-3 states away?
There was someone from New York last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, and this year, I don't think they put local on that sector.
They didn't do it last year.
But literally every year, it was just no one local. And they'll usually... So this is what it seems like. Last year, Clyde hosted it, which is fantastic. Or the year before he did. And he didn't tell me till like the day of. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. He's like, I didn't know if you'd be mad. And I was like, no, dude, go get paid, like for sure. And I was like, so why didn't you tell me? And he's like, I just didn't think it'd be real till the day of. Like I figured they'd call me back and say no. And he's like, it just seemed like a last minute thing that they were like, shit, we need a host, and just got someone local. And that's why I did it, because I was like, there's so much talent in this city. Like, why are we not promoting our people? But literally every other sector, like, they're getting Rodrigo to perform the cooking thing, you know, or the dudes over at Ghost Ramen.
Yeah, they have all local cooks and chefs and all that shit.
So, why are we not included in that? And I'm not saying I even have the talent to go up there and crush it. But there is local people here. Like, why are we not using local people? And that's how the whole Loco is Local Comedian Festival.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it just... And I was like, well, I told everybody, because the first year I did comedy, I was just putting on shows, whatever. We did a couple theaters. We did the Tiki stuff. We were doing rooftop stuff like that, and it was real fun. And they were like, damn, they didn't pick another local. And I go, well, did anyone submit? And no one did, because they don't pick locals. That's what they said. And I was like, if y'all submit this year, I need at least 5 people to submit. And if they don't pick a single one of y'all, then I'll do something for y'all. Okay. And that's when I grabbed Joel and was like, hey, I promise something I can't do. I need your help.
Middle of the night, hey, I'm so mad. I want to do this. I need you to help. I was like,
well, how did y'all two link up to get all this, like...
Car sales.
Yeah, I sold cars.
You sold cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like 6 years.
I wouldn't buy a fucking thing from you.
Apparently no one else either, Bubba.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in it no more.
With all due respect, bro. I would totally rather hear you tell
Seeing
jokes.
this man get into the back of a 2-door Fiat with a family in it and try to show it was the best. That's how I met this man, at the Fiat store.
You got to show him he's capable, man.
He opened the trunk and got in from the trunk of the 2-door Fiat with the 3-person family already in the car.
We climbing in, baby.
And then he goes on a test drive with them, and I was just like,
you don't want him to, because you never want a customer to be like, oh, it doesn't fit our family. It's like, bitch, I fit in it. We gonna roll. And I had one of those cars. I know it don't fit a family. You can get some groceries in there, a couple days worth, you know.
But no, that's how we met, is car sales. And then that was in what, 2015?
20, somewhere around that.
I think I went over there in 2015,
yeah, it was,
2016.
whenever the first car show was, what they have at the CenturyLink or whatever, where all the new car dealers go out there.
Oh, yeah, they go out there and sell them. Yeah,
well, that was in 2013. No, 2012 was the first year. Then I went to it in 2013 with Chevyland, and then 2014 is when I came to that store, and then 2015 I went to Fiat.
Somewhere around there. Somewhere in
Someone
the
asked me those questions the other day. That's one reason I know.
Well, how did y'all start doing the comedy thing together? Like
that? I was just doing the comedy stuff. Me and another buddy of mine, and
what was he? Oh yeah, you were doing the rooftop, and you were asked for some lights.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was
Yeah.
like, because I don't know if you knew about that. We did a show at a rooftop downtown.
Yeah, I think we talked about
The one
that. That
with
was
the-
during COVID, right?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
November of 2020.
Yeah.
No?
No, it was freezing. It was like 20 degrees outside.
It was 20 degrees. Bad idea. We had all the heaters pointed at the crowd because we sold it out. I mean, there was 50 people like packed on a roof.
Below
Which
weather.
I don't know, 50 doesn't seem like a good sellout, but for a comedy
shit,
show,
that's good for here, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Well, and the way we promoted it was a secret show. You get the address once you pay for that ticket, baby. And I think that we're gonna do some shit like that again
We
soon.
got some things in the works to do that again.
And
Some locations.
yeah, I was like, we had the whole setup. I was like, I need lights, bro. And he was like, all right, I got you. So you got some lights from Shreve Station, huh?
Yeah, from Jackie.
Yep. And we just did that. And like I said, I was doing some shit with my other buddy, and he got a little tied up with like realtor shit. And so I was like, I can do it alone. I don't want to. And I knew Joel knew how to market and stuff. So I was like, hey, holler at me, bro. And so that's how we just started doing stuff together. And he's the one that linked up with whoever over at the art gallery, the theater. What's it
Bossier
called?
Art Council.
Bossier Art
Yeah.
Council. Yeah. And so we started doing stuff like that.
We did 7 Tap right after the.
Oh, that 7-Step show. Our first one there, we had like 130 people
It
in
was
there.
thick, bro. I think
Oh, you were
Yeah,
at
that's
that
where
show?
you were
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
That was the first one I marketed.
That was back
besides
before I
the
realized you couldn't
other
have
one.
9 comedians on a show.
Oh, it was stacked, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
It
it
was-
was too many. That's when I realized I was like, okay, 4 to 5 people.
'Cause that
5
was
in.
our first real big show.
Yeah.
Well, how's this one going to run with 10?
Fine.
10 minutes each. Oh, well, they just do 10 minutes each.
Okay, so just
Yeah, everyone's.
run
And I
100
told
minutes.
everybody, I was like, 10 minutes.
I mean, about a 2-hour show, I guess. With
Yeah,
coming
and-
up in between
A little
intro
bit,
and
yeah,
outro.
and usually
an hour
on
45.
stuff like this, it's kind of like an
Hour
open
50.
mic. Yeah, an hour 50.
How do you judge this? How does that work?
People get to vote. You get a ticket when you walk in. When I'm
So
ballot
once it's
boxes.
completely done,
It's you vote. You voted them in. You get to vote who wins.
right?
And the thing is, now it turns into your people support you. How much do they support you?
So you get it. Okay.
Yeah. So let's say when you walk in, Johnny,
So I didn't vote. I'm just a ticket buyer, right?
yeah, you're gonna vote eventually.
Right. Exactly.
I like you more because you
right,
paid money.
Right.
But so as you walk in, Johnny's gonna check the list, make sure your name's on it.
Yeah.
Shout out Johnny Gates and forever door guy. He's going to give you just a little ticket like you get at a carnival or whatever. And there's going to be a table with 10 ballot boxes with the pictures of the comedians
Gotcha.
on it. So not only do you don't have to know their name, but you can see them and be like, I like that person.
Yeah.
Boom, drop it in. And at the end of the night, everyone goes and parties at a different location. Me and Joel and hopefully some help sit in the back and count everything out, kind of thing.
And y'all announce it on live, or
We're going to be
Are you-
announcing it at P-Row.
Okay, so you go to the gotcha.
Yeah, everyone's gonna. Well, theoretically, everyone's gonna go. I mean, last year, shit, we had 100 people over at.
I think they said 130 came over out of
Yeah.
the 220 and
out of the
240.
220 we had, and 130 came over to Flying Heart, and we did it back there. Announced that the band kept playing stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, cool.
That same band will be playing this weekend with us.
Who is it?
Holy
Witch.
Witch.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Josh did one of their videos
Yeah, he did.
a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah.
They're great, man.
Yeah, I've never heard them. I heard they're good though.
They're like
I saw it.
psychedelic 80s.
Yeah,
metal. I don't know.
I
it's
saw the
crazy.
videos and shit. I was like, oh, this is some cool shit. But I've
Yeah.
never seen them perform. They perform at like bears and shit, huh?
Not anymore,
nice.
but
Really?
Is
they
it, or
used
is
to
it
perform.
Strange Brew somewhere? I don't know.
They've done.
They-
Have they done shows?
I don't know. I've just seen. I've seen where they.
They used to play at Bears a lot.
That's what it
Yeah,
was,
they
maybe.
used
Yeah,
They
situations.
Yeah, I
just
got
did
you.
a show at Bears, I think, too.
Are
Actually,
they back in Bears?
I think they did one show. I don't know if it's a bunch, but like they just did one recently.
I just remember seeing it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't know who they were. And then when Josh showed me, I was like, okay, yeah, that I like.
They're
that music.
badass. They're a little
Yeah.
3-piece band. The singer just wrecked his motorcycle into a car face first. Pretty cool.
That's rock, bro.
That's just that's just metal as hell, Bubba.
Hell yeah. Well,
oh yeah.
no, this is gonna be cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Just every time we can get together and do shit down
Yeah.
here. Of course, I love supporting it, but also just the comedy thing, man. It's continuing to snowball, and I know it's like one of those things where people like jump on the bandwagon if it's trending right now.
Yeah.
But it really is just popular, and I think it's because comedians are finally learning how to market themselves.
Yep.
And I think that
Yep.
helps a lot. You know.
Well, when we started this, there was no advertising marketing for any comedians.
Well, that's
out
the
there.
thing,
we had
like-
to push heavy.
Like Joel and my other buddy just had to teach me all kinds of shit on like, dude, it's easy to just get shit out there on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the minimum I need to get a crowd in. Like shit, last week at Tiki Bar we did a comedy bingo,
How did that shit go?
Horrible.
Tell me how this shit works.
I was not there.
This was not affiliated with Slaw Media. So the thing was, all right, we're going to give away 4 different prizes. Tiki Bar, we're low budget there. That's why all the shows are free. If I want to charge you, I can give you more prizes too. But also, like, let's just get a free product out there you can enjoy. So I was giving away a T-shirt, a beanie, a $20 cash. $20 cash. You got that? Okay.
$120.
Yeah. And then $25 bar tab. And so we had this the whole point of it was we want people to win. Like, I didn't offer this stuff like, damn, I hope they don't take my $20.
Yeah,
you know,
shit.
like, I want you to win and have a good time. So we had a list of like 30 to 40 things on a list that we know a comedian's going to do. Like, some of it was like, move the mic stand. Someone's going to definitely say, fuck them kids, because everyone says it during their sets. And like, just shit like that. And
so the crowd does that as the comedian's up?
Yes, and we told them before.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, and we're going to figure it out. We did not figure it out this last time. It was such a, oh shit, we did bad. Because at one point, 4 people got a bingo at once. And we're like, oh. Like, all right, how do we do this? And instead of like interrupting the set, I don't know, we didn't lay the groundworks well, so it was just a complete disaster. But up until that 3rd bingo, it was awesome. And then we lost control because, oh wait, now the cards are filling up. And instead of, like you do with bingo, use a new card.
Yeah.
We just had 1 card for the whole night.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a disaster though. But we're gonna figure it out.
Learning experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun though. I'd do that shit. That's interesting, especially if you're actually paying attention.
Yeah, and that next, because I think
Kind of requires you to.
we did not expect 60 people to be in there. Tiki Bar is about the size of this room.
Yeah, no shit.
And so I was like, shit is kind of popping. Like, I looked at the guy that was hosting. I was like, you got to start on time. Because usually we give it about 15 minutes or so. And I was like, we're starting on time tonight. And we had 40 bingo cards. But obviously not everybody was playing. We had some comedians in there too. And just next time we got to get 100 bingo cards. Like, as soon as one's won, everybody turn your bingo cards. We'll pass out more. But it did not go well.
Well, what's up with this beer coming out?
Man, our good friends at the 7th Tap, we've been begging them for almost 3 years, and my boy Joel went in there and he said, hey dude, Chris is about to give up on comedy, can we get this beer out before he does? And we got an IPA coming out Saturday the 8th.
This Saturday, yeah.
This Saturday, I don't know when this is coming out, before the 8th.
It'll be out.
Yeah. But yeah, so Holy Witch is playing that. They're gonna have their food truck and stuff. 12 to 10 is what the comedians are going to get there around 5. So if you want to meet the comedians, you can. I told the guys, like, you ain't got to be there, but if someone wants to meet you, you probably should be there. But also, I don't know if they even care about you at all, so that's up to you, man. So the comedian's going to be there from 5 to whenever they decide to go home, and 7 o'clock the band's playing. 7 to 9. Yep. So Holy Witch is going to be jamming for a little bit.
Well, how did y'all decide on the flavor? Did you let them input on this, or
IPA all day, baby?
You just said, give me an IPA.
We gave them an idea, and they took over.
Okay.
Yeah, it was strictly that. I'm a big IPA guy. I'm either Michelob Ultra or IPA, and there's nothing in between. It's a hard
difference
turn.
there.
It's a hard turn, but also I can't drink. I can't drink 24 IPAs.
Fuck no.
I can drink 24 Michelobs.
Yeah.
But if that, I'm drinking 6, and it's like eating 3 loaves of bread.
Yeah.
So like that's a good dinner beer. That ain't a good partying beer. So I'm an alcoholic. Anyway, but yeah, I just told them I was like, I want an IPA, and they were like, real hoppy, and I go, all the hoppy, and they're like, cool, we can do that. I told them some beers I liked, and they're like, we can get close to that as possible. So
yeah, I'm not a beer guy, dude, but we'll always talk. When Jose, we'll do the tequila talk sometimes. We'll talk about beer. I'll taste some sometimes when I get with those guys, but I'm just not. That ain't me, man. I like the liquor.
I don't like liquor because I know I got a beer problem. I can't become a liquor problem, man.
Yeah, if that turns into a liquor problem,
that's a problem. I'm gonna lose my children, dog.
Yeah, that's dude. That's
It's just gonna be
comedy's gonna get better. Everything else is gonna get worse.
It's gonna be a not drunk. Yeah, it's gonna be a not drunk guy focused on it if that happens. So.
There's a bunch of that. You notice there's a lot of comedians that were alcoholics for the longest time that are now getting sober, and they're still They're still hanging in there. Still got their shit together. Which is, it's like Ron White. I couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah,
dude, it
like
took him
someone who's such a
ayahuasca.
legend.
yeah,
For so long at drinking during a set,
Yeah.
delivering it, being funny as fuck, and still being able to be funny as fuck without drinking. Like, it's
Keeping
one-
that level.
I think everybody uses it as a crutch, but I could see that, especially when you're in a room full of drunk people.
Yeah, and it's a funny thing with people drinking before they get on stage. And I tell everybody that's like their first time. It's nerve-wracking to go on stage the first time. It's nerve-wracking the 100th time.
Yeah.
But one guy was like, I could do it, man. I got a set list, but I want to get drunk first. I was like, if you do that, you're going to have to do it every single time you perform. So why don't you just do it sober and then party afterwards? And I tell these guys, like on big shows like Loco and like the theater shows, hey, have a drink or two.
Yeah, just like one. Like, take the edge out.
But I tell them, don't get fucked up. After your set, let's party, dude.
Yeah.
But until then, I mean, you even ask Joel, my sweet spot's 3 beers before a set. And once I get past 3 beers, I get a little loosey-goosey on stage and not giving a shit.
I'm not commenting.
Hey, you can call me out, man. But I try to make, like, you don't want, especially some of these guys, like, I know 120 seaters not big for some people that are doing 400, 500, but a lot of these guys, they're performing in front of 10, 20 people on a regular. So when they get in that theater, they're nervous as shit. And that's a big moment for them, which it's a big moment for me every time we do it. So I tell them, like, you don't want to leave them the impression like that dude's just a drunk asshole.
Yeah. And you're already dealing with drunk assholes. And it's a lot easier to deal with a drunk asshole in the crowd if you're slightly sober versus you being shit-faced and them being shit-faced. Then it's a shit show for you.
Man, I love the East Bank more than most places, man. You always got a drunk talker at a show.
Oh, fuck
That
yeah.
Ain't
last
it?
one we had one, but then Tyler just killed it.
Oh, he's a professional.
Yeah, like, you
So-
can hear the guy talking, and then Tyler just does his bit, and then the guy just stops talking and just dies laughing.
Well, it's like when we had Rick Diaz here, and that guy was talking to him. He's like, "What do you do besides talk to me during my set?"
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
was good. That was a good set.
That was funny. That
Man,
dude was hilarious.
We were trying to get Rick Diaz back for Loco Fest. He's moving back to the States
The
on
same
the
week.
14th.
The same week.
And he was like, "Dude, if I can make it, I'll be there." So I'm not saying he's going to be there,
But
Rick Diaz might show up. In
no,
case you
he's
wanna
cool
see
as
him.
shit, dude.
He's great.
I
He's
like
an awesome
him.
guy.
Just
Yeah, he,
bullshitting with him for a couple minutes. He seemed really cool.
He was really nice.
And he lost his wallet last show. And immediately he was just looking at us. I was like, "I get it, dude. You don't know me at all. I didn't take your money, Bubba."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I know." And I was like, "No, you don't know. I get it." And I was like, "I'll do everything to help you find it." And someone gave him a ride to the hotel, and he's like, "Who's at the hotel?" And I was like, "All right,
There you
dude."
go. There
I
you
was
go.
like, "Dude, I get it. I will help you look. I'm not lying." But I was like, "Dude, this dude's gonna think I robbed him, and he's gonna tell every comedian ever,
Yeah.
don't go to Shreveport. They'll rob you, dog."
Dude, yeah, he like got fucked up and went out by himself, didn't he?
No, that was Heath.
Oh, that was Heath, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I was like, dude, no one told him anything? Like, shit.
I think
He just ran.
Oh, but you meant the one when he was the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was Ray.
It
The
was-
ones downtown.
yeah.
Oh, he was out until
Yeah.
like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
because
by himself.
Johnny went to go pick him up from the airport because I was like, "Dude, I'm out of town. I need you to go get this dude." And he was like, "Yeah, dude, I got you." Shout out Johnny Gates one more time. What a man. But and so he just picked up some stranger and he's like, "I use my wife's Yukon instead of my beater that I drive around in." And he was like, "You need to go anywhere else? You hungry?" He's like, "Nah, just the hotel." And then he met some dude that he knows from here or from Tyler or some shit, and they just went gambling all night. Did the same thing the next night.
Yeah.
Just roaming the streets of downtown
But Heath
Shreveport.
was like, "Dude, I just got fat paid. Let's go to the Titty Bar." And he was like, "Y'all want to come?" I was like, "Dude, I got a family and shit, dog."
He was like,
No, dude.
what
Maybe
name
10
should I
years
ask
ago.
for?
Dude, I was just like, "No, I got kids at my house right now." And he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't go to the Titty
No,
Bar."
probably not a good thing.
Trying to find him to pay him. He was running the parking lot.
Oh yeah, Heath was everywhere taking pictures with people and shit, just
Yeah.
living the best of life.
No, dude, that was a good show. But I'm excited about this one, man, because I don't really ever. It seems like I don't get to carve out enough time. I can't. I got too much shit going on. Like I'd like to
that's fair.
see some of all these smaller shows and these like I've never heard of a lot of these dudes. So being able to see them and ladies.
Yeah.
Decided you got a lady on the lineup. That's
We
cool.
do.
Because how many do we even have local ladies here?
So if are we including Tyler or just Shreveport?
I mean, wherever
we're just
you call it, you call it local, bro. That's you call it.
Those are my people, so those are
Yeah.
locals. I think we have about 3 or 4 in Tyler, and we have 3 here. There's not a lot, and someone always it always comes up when you're talking about women comedians, like, are they not funny? And it's like, no, that's not it. There's just not a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a locker room of a thing.
Well, you got
dealing
to
with
be.
comics.
Well, first off, you got to be a special kind of person to do it.
Yeah,
Anyways,
therapy. Yeah.
and then I feel like it's far more intimidating for a woman. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's. I mean, I see it's becoming more of a trend now. Or not trend. It's becoming more acceptable now
Yeah.
in that world where there wasn't that many before. You know. I mean,
think
who did you have? Who's your big names? Like, what?
I mean, right
Lisa,
now, you got,
was it Lampanelli?
Lisa Lampanelli.
Is it Lampanelli?
I don't know. Is she a stand-up?
Was she just? Did she just stand up?
I have no idea. I know the name because it's fun to say.
Wasn't she just stand up? Silverman did stand up.
Sarah Silverman.
She was gangster. Who else?
Nikki Glazer.
Yeah, but Sarah's been around longer than her, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about like old school. Like I'm talking like you didn't have.
You had Roseanne back in the day.
Roseanne's a fucking insane.
Dude, she's an absolute insane. Did you ever think you'd live in a world where Roseanne is more fuckable than Madonna?
That was
God.
a wild sentence.
Damn, is that part of a new set?
No.
You need to use that motherfucker. Somebody else is gonna steal
It's
it. You
accurate,
don't. Holy
correct?
shit, and they're both fucking rough too, son.
Dude, Madonna looks like
what the fuck happened to her, man?
She used all the Botox.
No, she used some shit that we don't have access to. Like I don't know what she
Don't
used.
want access.
Her face
It's like-
looks like the front of
It's
that
like
belt.
she put fiberglass in there, bro.
It's bad.
It's like you're like
She looks
shaping
itchy,
a boat,
dog.
you know, like shaping some shit that don't move.
It's not
She
good.
might float.
But that's an accurate
Yeah.
statement. How is Roseanne hotter now?
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but goddamn, I mean,
No, she's hotter.
oh man.
But that's the new world we're
I mean, I
living in.
definitely want to hang out with Roseanne more
Man,
for
this
sure.
is Biden's
but-
America, dog. We just made the ugly bitches hot.
Yeah.
Let's get political real quick. Y'all ready?
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
I got nothing on politics. I'm too stupid.
Oh man, you gotta.
If you tell me your opinion, I'll be like, that's my new opinion.
my opinion, dude, I don't have one. Honestly, I just like whatever. I want everyone to make money and everyone to quit fucking dying because they're too fat.
You know,
So like, that's,
shots fired at me, man.
I'm not
Say
talking
you
about.
hated those stairs on the way up here.
The stairs are more intimidating
You're not dying
because I'm
yet,
like
so.
ducking. I'm like, where am I going to hit my head? It's happening soon.
No, man. I just think I'm all for anything that promotes health and everybody makes some money. I mean, whatever. I don't care
When are we gonna
whoever's in
get
the
that?
seat for that.
Yeah, as long as those two things.
I don't think, dude. RFK. He's been talking about changing all the chemicals.
Oh, I
in
love
food
that
and
dude.
shit.
I love that dude.
That dude sounds like he
I'll talk
ate a
about that
blender.
dude all day long. I know, but
Dude.
you know, motherfucker's in shape.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's
you ever
dating.
seen him work out, dude?
No, did I hear his voice and run the other way, dog? Have you seen? You know who his wife is?
His wife?
Yeah, what's her name? The hot chick from
How you
Curb.
know-
That's Larry David's wife. I know that's bullshit. I was like, dude, Larry, what happened? But yeah, that's how did they link up?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You should get them on, man.
Dude,
I would.
RFK, no, I don't know. I like that dude, man. I think, but I think it's funny how, what do y'all think about this comedy shit with the politics? Like how they're bringing them in and stuff.
Well, they switch sides back and forth. I mean, if you watch them, they change their opinion on the other. Well, some of them, not all of them.
But I think the biggest move was utilizing their podcast.
Yeah, well, I like how they used Tony on that roast. That was
on the speech or whatever.
yeah. Well, no. First they like Kill Tony was already popular, right?
Yeah.
Gained momentum, and then they did the roast, and that got like a lot of fucking attention, and they were able to utilize him in that whatever
political campaign,
the
whatever.
campaign stuff, and all these people had no fucking idea about comedy. They're like, what is he even talking about? Like it's like, dude, it's a joke.
Well, there's an old saying in comedy. Comedy, it's not even an old saying. Nate Bargatze once said this, and it stuck with me forever. He goes, comedy without people knowing is just a mean speech.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. I didn't watch it. I've heard clips and stuff of it. I don't know if they go, comedian Tony Hinchcliffe is going to do comedy now, which is how you set that up. You can't
Exactly.
just go, here's comedian Tony Hinchcliffe expressing his views. Like, he doesn't think that, but it's funny.
But also,
to
you would
say.
expect him when it says "here's comedian."
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the funny thing
am I gonna
is
take you fucking
that
serious?
joke that he did. So he had a joke that had the C word in it, and they didn't tell me anything except I probably wouldn't do that joke. So he replaced it with the Puerto Rico joke, the
Yeah.
one that got him
Yeah.
in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I mean, it's like, dude, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I don't think the only people that are ever outraged are the white people.
people getting mad for other people.
Exactly. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. These people, no one was outraged but you.
Yeah, it's just people that want to be mad. I'm okay with those people.
Yeah.
Just be mad, but
Yeah, just let it all out.
we had one lady at Tiki not too
Go get
long
naked
ago.
in the street and scream
Yeah.
and lay down in front of traffic, whatever
see
you
what's
want to do.
happening, Yeah, put some signs out there. We had some lady at Tiki Bar a couple months ago, and she's just talking the entire time with this one girl at the bar, and they had told her to shut up multiple times. But also, they're drinking heavy. Which,
What do you mean, like they're arguing?
No, they're just talking.
Oh, just talking,
Just
okay.
loud as shit over everybody's set. And at the end of the show, I go, my favorite part of his set was those dumb bitches talking the entire time. And she went up to me and she goes, "You got a little dick." And I go, "You're built like Mr. Peanut. Shut the fuck up." And she like sat there and she went to slap me before her friend called her and grabbed her. And she was like, I was like, "All right, dude. So this is going great."
Comedy.
Yeah.
It's comedy.
Yeah, it's comedy, baby.
Yeah, I did. We're in a weird market where that's probably not that. It's hard to digest that, especially if you're just there as a patron and not.
You're not there for
you know,
comedy. That's
yeah.
the thing when you're doing bar shows.
Yeah.
Like, and I tell people, like, because when they came here, the guys that they were from out of town, they're like, "Are we going to turn off that TV and close the pool table?" And I go, "No." And he's like, "Why?" And I was
Keep
like,
it rolling, baby.
"Yeah." I was like, "It's just a bar show. It is what it is. You're still going to get paid the same." And he's like, "All right." And I go, "Hey, and if people are talking in the crowd, address that. If they're at the bar, leave them alone. They're not here for the show, obviously." And he's like, "All right, but these broads were so loud, dude.
Yeah.
It was just miserable the entire time."
What have you done? You done anything lately?
Comedy?
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Is it open mics and
Yeah,
those
open
shows and
mics.
stuff?
We did the comedy bingo. What are you talking about? Like show wise?
Yeah.
I mean, he's on all the shows.
I'm on every single show because I want to pay a host.
Yeah, but I mean, you haven't been doing any sets on those big shows though?
I don't love
You
comedy
want
like
to?
I used to.
Okay. You fall more in love with like organizing it all?
In love. That's a tough.
Well, you said you were in love with comedy. So.
I'm in love. I have a feeling. I don't want it. Okay, so previously, and I think it might be different now. There are people that really care about it now, and there's always been people that care, but just wasn't enough people that cared. I think.
So you're like the emo kid. You're like, I fucking love it until everybody starts liking it. He's like, fuck.
No, I'm not a hipster about it. No, I just hate doing it all the time because every night I'm there, I feel like that's time away from my family.
Yeah, I get it.
Apparently, I care about my family now, and I feel I don't want it to die out because no one's putting in the effort. And if it takes me to put in the effort, then let's do that. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that can do it, but from previous eras of the Shreveport comedy scene, I have heard the only reason this is working because you actually put in work, and no one else has.
Well, that's everything, man.
Yeah.
It's very fucking easy to get stuff going around here if someone will commit to it long enough to just. The biggest problem I've seen, and that's just being in this space for 12 years, is like someone comes in, they do this cool, awesome thing, make some money, and then it's over with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cash out and leave. You know, or
dude, if there was money involved in comedy, I'd be in, baby. Hey, it is not a lucrative business, but it's fun because like I do love comedy. I don't like doing it anymore.
you're saying you're not putting sets out anymore.
Yeah, and like I write every once in a while. And my whole thing forever has been like if I think of something, I'll write it down and I'll do that on stage. Like when you get 5 minutes at an open mic, I might do 2.5, 3 minutes. Like, hey, I got this new stuff I'm gonna try, and then if one hits really hard, okay, let me see if I need to adjust that. Or if one bombs super bad, like I really need to adjust that because I know there's something. Because I want to get stuff. The open mics, cool. Everyone's going to do their thing. That's how they're all working out. I just want to get stuff ready for when we come down here or we're doing the big show at Tiki, or if there's something else. I want to be prepared to have something new because there's nothing worse than, hey, y'all heard this one last time? I'm going to do that shit again. So
yeah. Well, what are y'all's plans after this? Like, what's 2025 look like for y'all?
hopefully a nap. We got 4 shows.
Those don't exist anymore.
We got 4 shows.
It's a short sleep.
Yeah. We got 4 shows booked at the theater this year. We're definitely doing some more grassroots type shit that got us to the point where we're at right now. We want to continue doing secret shows. We want to do small shows. Like we plan on doing something with the tattoo shop later this year. Just stuff like that made people, because I think a little bit, at least for me, I got very comfortable with like, yeah, dude, people are going to show up. And then now it seems like, all right, we kind of jumped over that phase. We need to give them something new. We need to get more people interested. So now it's like the people at the tattoo shop have no interest in going to Tiki. So let me show them something that they can get into for free to see what's here, and then maybe they'll come back to that. So now you got someone interested in this that's now interested in this also. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I think our game plans are for the year, and planning LocoFest starting February 16th. So planning the next one immediately. But other than that, man, just
that's
shows.
the way to do it, man. Just go ahead and get the plans, and because when you know it's going to be something that's a staple every year that's bringing people in. Are you going to do any other big shows other than?
Need to.
The theater, definitely. I mean, I want to bring some more out of town people.
That's what I mean. Some more headliners. of course, all local stuff, but
Yeah.
bringing anybody big is what I was looking at.
Yeah, and we haven't done any dates or talked about dates yet.
Yeah, literally, people have been hitting us up like, "What dates?" And I'm like, "Dude, I got to get Loco Fest planned out. I'll figure it out."
Yeah.
And luckily enough, we got the guy at Club 337 down in Lafayette, and that's kind of how we got, or it's exactly how we got with the Kill Tony guys. He was like, "Dude, do y'all have a Thursday?" And I was like, "Shit, I'll make a Thursday. Like, I will make this happen." And that was a super successful show. Like, all the comics were happy they came. They had a good time. The people were super happy they got to see someone like, damn, I thought I'd have to go to Kill Tony in Austin kind of
Yeah.
thing to see these guys. So
Yeah, no, that's a cool. It's been a good concept too, man. I just like. I feel like more people are open to it now than before. They just were going to you sitting in a stadium, like a
Yeah.
stadium show, where it's like you get 4 huge acts, or 3 huge acts or whatever, and maybe one person that's kind of breaking in a little bit, And now it's like, oh, you can come see people that you don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny shit. Then those people get great, outcome from it because they're like, hell, I followed all those dudes. I didn't know them. Guess what? They got one follower from me. They probably got a bunch from everyone else, that saw them that night. That's how you do it.
that's exactly what
That's how you
Dustin
grow-
said.
that's how
He
you
said
grow.
after my last show, I think I got like 40, 50 people
There you
following
go.
me immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
And-
we had close to almost 100 that follow us on social media just from that one night.
Yeah, and I love the Kill Tony guys. They were great. They were awesome. I booked Dustin for that reason. I was like, I want you to bury him.
No, he did great. He did fucking great.
I go show people that there's talent in this city.
And
You
here's
ain't got to buy
another
$30 tickets. Come see me for free at Tiki Bar.
Here's another thing. Local artists can connect with the local crowd.
Yes,
A
exactly.
local comedian
Yeah.
artist. I mean, it is art to me, but yeah. So they can connect sometimes better than with the local.
Yeah,
crowd.
100%.
Because they know the
They know
little
exactly
the little
what's-
bullshit funny references. That's hilarious to me that someone from out of town don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
they're talking
exactly.
about. They make a fucking Southern classic reference.
Yeah.
We know what the fuck they're talking about.
Exactly,
Somebody
yeah.
from Austin's not gonna know.
Yeah,
you
Rick's
know
sitting
what I
there
mean?
like, what the fuck, Southern Classic?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
apparently everybody loves it. I don't know.
Yeah.
He did do well because we told him that it's dangerous in Shreveport, and he used that in his bit.
He used a lot.
Yeah, that did. Yeah, I noticed that. That was
Dude, when
good.
that dude was talking about the
Before
windows.
that, he was just like, "What are you talking about?" And then we told him that in the green room that he put it on set that same night. I was like,
That's what was going through his
That was
head when
quick.
that wallet came up missing. He was like, "You said it was dangerous. What the fuck's going on?"
I do think it's funny though. I think that's everyone's go-to when they come here and do a show that's not from here.
Yeah.
They use it somewhere in their set. But I mean, it's fucking true, and you can relate with it. Anything anyone can relate with is gonna be easier to
it's
convert
like
to
when
laugh.
Theo came. He was like, I was walking around
Same
downtown.
shit.
One of the buildings asked me for money, man.
No,
that's a go-to.
there was someone else that came here. I can't remember who it was. That was saying the same shit. It wasn't Theo. It was someone else. But yeah,
just about everybody. I feel
I
like
will tell you this.
it was fluffy.
Where was he at? CenturyLink? Obviously, he's not.
Yeah, well, they did. They had a show booked, and then COVID hit, and they had to push it way
Yeah.
fucking back. And dude, when I tell you, he was talking about this, and we might have talked about this. I don't think we talked about it on the show. He was talking about he had come through one time earlier in his career, and he's been popular for a long fucking time,
Long
dude.
time. He's
he
20 years famous.
just
yeah.
Dude, he had
That's
shit
cool,
on.
too.
He had spots on Comedy Central.
I watched him on Comedy
Me
Central
too.
in
And he
middle
was
school, for
massive.
sure.
Him,
Yeah.
Ralphie May, all those guys were
Yeah.
like. So they had their spots. That was when Sarah Silverman, all those people were like rolling. And yeah, he was talking about that he had done a tour through here, and he ran through the municipal, and like nobody was fucking here.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm probably not ever coming back.
Yeah.
Just because like nobody showed up. It's just this how this market is. And so when he was at CenturyLink, I was surprised. He was like, dude, I didn't know if anybody was gonna fucking show up.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so happy that, but he's gonna got such a global fan base
Yeah.
now that he's
selling
large
out
enough.
Dodger Stadium and shit.
Yeah. I mean, but still, it was only half full.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's
What's
crazy.
when
It just was. It was so goddamn like. It was just like, and also it was post COVID. So people, some pussies were scared to get out, whatever, you know. And yeah, but so it was just to me, it was like kind of like a gut punch. I was like, dude, this place should not be able. This should have sold out 5 days after the tickets went out, and you should be lined
They
out
should
the
be
door
doing
trying
2
to
or
get
3
in.
shows, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but it was a great show. He did great, and I want to say that may have been the second time I seen him. Might have been the first. I can't remember. But no, he did great. But he did say that, and I do agree. There's been times where a lot of great artists come through. Mike Epps, same thing, come through. Didn't have that great of a show out, and I thought it was hilarious. I was on the white dude there too. So
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous a little bit.
I know exactly when that turn changed for people going out or big comedians coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Segura was the first big comedian after COVID to hit Shreveport, and he did the Strand.
Sold out 2 shows.
Yeah, he did 2 shows, and he goes, He literally went on his podcast the next day, and they were talking about what they did this weekend. They were like, what was the best show? And he's like, dude, I'm not lying. Shreveport, Louisiana was the best show I had. He's like, that place loves comedy. They're excited about it. Like, people should go there. And immediately we got Theo Vaughn.
Right.
Mark Norman, shit like that.
Mark Norman, yeah, that was good.
Mark Norman didn't sell out.
Well, he was double booked on another night with Desi at the Municipal.
So
That was
there's
the
two
same night. There
shows.
was 2 big shows
Yeah.
in the same night.
Yeah, that's how,
Mark's from Louisiana, isn't he?
yeah, he's from New Orleans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's how we linked up with the guys from Lafayette. The last 2 guys from there that we got in. I saw them open up for Mark because when he comes to Louisiana, he books those 2 guys, and I was like, I don't know how good
Those
they
are good guys too, dude. I forgot. Yeah, one was from Lafayette, right?
Tyler.
Tyler Arson,
Bigger dude?
big guy,
Yeah.
yeah. The one that
I
the
liked
lights
him.
went out on.
I liked him. Yeah.
Man, he posted his 2024 checklist, and I put in the comments, I was like, done comedy in the dark. And he was like, fuck, I forgot about that. Man, I was so upset about that. Me and Joel were sitting like, cool. When the headliner's on, that's when the beers get cracked.
Yeah.
Cool, we're chilling. And he started talking about doing comedy in the dark or whatever. And we're like, and he's like, see, I was like, dude, he's a comedian. He's telling a joke. He's like, and Joel's all panicky during shows. You hadn't seen it, but Joel's he's a mess. Not a good friend during shows.
That's how it is when you're putting an event on. Dude.
Yeah,
every time.
I relate, dude. I get it. That's why y'all are stuff and I got shit going on here. I want to bullshit, but it's like,
I got to do other stuff. Yeah,
every year, I do this.
I got to make sure everything's taken care of.
This person's bitches because they didn't have this. Whatever. You know,
Joel
someone's being
just-
a free banana about some barbecue. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. It's stupid.
Joel hops up real quick and he's like, the fucking lights are out. And I was like, and I look at my phone and our sound guy's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to figure it out. So he turns on and he gets him back on real quick. And I was like, all right, we're good. And I asked him, he's like, dude, I got up to grab something to drink and I tripped over the cord. It's like, damn, man. But he played on, he's
He
a
did well
professional.
with it.
So yeah, he was able to play on what was happening.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, it's all good. No one's mad. He's not like, where are my lights? I'm not performing until these are back on. He just handled it like a pro. So
Yeah.
It was good.
No, it's no, man. I think we got a good thing going here, man. I think y'all got some good momentum.
hope so,
Y'all doing some
man.
good stuff.
I'm gonna ride it out. Hopefully, Loco Fest, because we got I think March 29th. We're riding the wave of Loco, and we're gonna have a show immediately the next month. So.
Down here,
Yep, over at the theater. Yep.
you already have that lineup.
I told you, man. We weren't talking about that till after Loco
Okay,
Fest. I don't. We're waiting to see.
say, do we?
No, we don't. We're waiting to see who wins. If it's a guy that has 45, Joel says, "Fuck it, let's run it. Let's record it that
Let's
time.
do it right then.
Let's just do it.
Why
Hey,
not?
you remember Loco winner? Boom. Let's
Here we
roll.
go.
And if not, I mean, we might do that anyway, and just have whoever won. Hey, you got 20 minutes? Let's do 20 minutes, man. I'll let you feature. I'll pay you the more money, so that makes more sense.
Right.
Like whatever just makes sense, and we might just do that. Hey, you saw him win Loco Fest. Come check him out. Do a full set.
Just to ride off of that.
Yeah. So.
Why not?
Yeah, I
Perfect
mean-
time.
Yeah,
You're
so
already
it
putting that much
literally, I am
advertising in.
waiting until
You see who wins and see if it fits.
I'm waiting.
I get it,
Literally
yeah.
that night, I might send a text, "Hey, you want to do this date?" Or I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, March 29th, we're filming."
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Get your shit ready. Kind of thing. So bring the bell, baby. Throw that bitch on stage.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wear it out.
The belt, the beers. I got the whole shit, man.
Man, we got it rolling. We got some
Swag.
dope ass shirts coming out too.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they're so sick. They'll be ready Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, we'll bring them out Saturday.
Whoo, them bitch. Are you gonna be at the thing? Calling you out right now, baby.
Saturday? This
Yeah.
Saturday?
Yeah.
I don't
Probably
know.
not. You busy ass dude.
Dude, I don't know. I have to look at my calendar. I know next weekend I'll be at the show.
Nice.
We do have some other shit close by event stuff I got to do that earlier
Yeah.
that day.
I'm not expecting you to be there. I just thought it'd be funny to call you
this
out.
weekend though, bro. I might be. I don't know.
What's up with this barbecue thing, dog? When you gonna let me judge some fat guy shit, dog? Look at me. I'm built for judging
You want to?
food. Yeah. Call
Boom.
him out. I told Joel I was going to
It's
call.
announced right here. Celebrity judge
Like I
for
told you,
barbecue.
I'm Shreveporting, baby.
Yeah, you're. All right, no, we'll put you in the.
You don't have to.
No, we're going
I
to.
thought it'd be
No, it's
funny.
done.
You brought it up. That
You
was
fucking.
you, man.
You brought it up in front of everyone. You're fucking. And
Dude, I would
I
love
can't
it.
say no because why not, dude? My thing is the only requirements I have is you've had to have eaten more than like 3 fucking local places of barbecue your whole life. Like,
Yeah.
no, but I'm making a jab at the local barbecue like competitor community where like they'll just bring whoever's brothers, uncles, whoever, grandpa over here. Oh, I don't like that. And like you got to have some type of. You got to know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah.
about. Like you may like it this way, but you have respect for all
Barbecue.
types of.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, there's
Then-
nothing worse than having friends that just eat like children.
yeah.
Like, dude, my daughter won't eat barbecue sauce. Like, what is that, dude? She's gonna judge. We'll let her decide.
Dude,
Who's
I
got the
did.
better sauce?
I did I did a catering like this past December, and I had this. It was a huge wedding, and we smoked all these hamburger steaks, big ass juicy like hamburger steaks. We smoke them. When you smoke anything, you get a pink ring on the outside.
Oh, they were mad. It was uncooked.
This lady walked up. She's like, "This isn't done." I was like, "It's done, ma'am.
Yeah,
I promise you, it's done."
You get
And she's
sick,
like, "Is there a microwave you stick in there?" I was like, "Okay, I guess, yeah. Give it to me." I took because it was a plated like nice wedding dinner, and this is like smoked big ass
fine china.
on like potatoes and all this pretty little spread, and I took it and I was like, I'll stick it in the microwave real quick. And I just zapped that motherfucker till it was gray.
Hurt your soul, didn't it?
Dude, I was just like, I'm not gonna argue with this. People, it is what it is. But no, it's just unfortunate that people don't, they don't have that palate or they hadn't tried enough things.
Well, there's certain restaurants in town. I'm not going to be calling out people, but the only reason people eat them is because that's where their grandma took them.
Yeah,
they
that's
went
fine.
there on Sundays.
That's fine. That's cool.
And they just like, this is good food.
But don't tell me that's the best food you ever had. Just say that I'm there for, these.
It's a nostalgic
sentiment.
reason. And have you had Cotton Bowl? Shout out one of our sponsors.
Dude, I had Cotton Bowl. They used to have multiple locations because they used to have one in Natchitoches. When I was growing up, we would eat that. No, that was Cotton Patch. Cotton Bowl's the little diner.
Yeah, right on Jordan Street.
Yeah, I have had that place.
Have you had it recently?
No, I've not.
Bro.
But I've had
new
it.
owner. Shout out Jill Justice.
Okay.
My boo. I'm going to leave my wife for her. Dude, she has changed everything. It's the same thing like all these other little hole-in-the-wall restaurants. It's just, hey, this is what mom and dad took us to, so this is good food. Same reason we think Whataburger's good. It's not.
Yeah.
Whataburger's not good. It's just there. And she finally started adding seasoning and changing up the menu. Dude, it is top tier. Their shrimp and grits are amazing. Salt. If you like biscuits and gravy, that's the place to go because the best other place is Whataburger in town. There's nowhere good with biscuits and gravy. But, yeah, Cotton Bowl's great now. They do everything.
No, I'll try that out,
solid.
dude, because I remember going back when, It's been forever ago.
No, I think they opened it like a year ago under new ownership.
Yeah.
So it's top tier.
Well,
We've had some solid sponsors this year.
Yeah, can we shout out our sponsors?
go for it. Yeah,
We got Cotton Bowl. We got Pork and Fork.
Boom. What's up?
Beautiful, baby. Hang on. Landers. Appreciate you boys. Finally came through.
Yep.
Hang on, let me see if I remember them all. Seventh Tab made us a beer. We love them to death. They're forever my favorite people of all time.
Global Dealer Solutions.
Global Dealer Solutions. They came in clutch at the last minute. We got Spearfish.
Yep.
Hang on. Dude, it's like playing bingo. It's just not going well right now. I know the last one, so I'm not.
Southern Girl Creation.
Southern Girl Creation. Shout out my boy Donnie Ward and Pam Sutherland. They come to every show, support the shit out of everything. Is that the last one before the big one?
I think so, actually.
Revit Coating and Collision. He's been a dog
Yeah,
ever
he
since
stays
the game.
supporting all your stuff.
Man,
Ride or
he
die.
supports the shit out of us. He told us, he's like, I ain't making my money back. I was like, yeah, you are. He's like, I just like that they are doing something cool, man.
Yeah.
He's the homie. I've known him since like 4th grade. So I've known Hunter a long time. He's great. And, but, Chuck wrecked his Corvette and he brought it straight there. So he's like, hey, we're almost there, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, so
We're nowhere near.
we're getting there, Hunter. Sorry. Keep giving us money. We'll figure it out eventually.
Well, yeah, dude, before we wrap up, anything else? Is that it?
Man.
Show's February 15th.
February 15th. Get your
East
tickets.
Bank, 7 o'clock. You got
7
some
o'clock
tickets
doors.
left.
Yeah, we got some tickets
This
left.
will be out in time for people to get some tickets.
Yep, don'ttaketheserious.com. What else we got? We got the beer release we talked about. Got the tickets we talked about. We got a new promo video coming out tonight or tomorrow.
Should be tomorrow.
Nice. You're going to see me in my acting chops. Johnny Gates crushed it. We didn't know he was an actor.
Did not know he was that good at acting.
So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Who?
And you had Crystal in
We
it
got
as
Crystal
well.
in there. I just know
Chica.
her as Chica. You know Crystal?
Montez with the radio. Chica.
Chica in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
You've heard her voice for sure.
Yeah.
She helped
okay.
us with that video. She was
Okay,
great doing
yeah.
that. She spent 3 hours in the sun with us. So
Yeah, you said you got sunburnt. I was like, haha. And
Yeah.
I looked and I got sunburnt too.
yeah, of course you did. I was just
Yeah.
out there just sweating my big ass. It's February.
Yeah,
But no,
Johnny
man,
and
that's
Crystal
it.
didn't, but we did.
That's it, man. That's all of us. Y'all follow us on social media. I'd appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Buy some tickets. I'd appreciate that some more. We got to sell this thing out and show everybody we got some local talent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Always a good time, fellas. Thanks.
course.